let's talk about how this topic came about. There's a faction of men who believe that women should concern themselves with being married at a certain age, and that age being a younger age. And you have a faction of women saying that no, you should live your life for a little bit before you become a wife, before you become a mother, X, Y, and Z. If you have career plans, follow your career plans. If you have, if you want to make money, do something for your family, take them out the hood, whatever, like so on and so forth. And so this got me to thinking, like, both sides have a point, but both sides don't really express the point so that the people listening to these suggestions can make an informed decision. So the faction of men who are saying, well, you need to marry early, X, Y, and Z, they're not telling you what life is like as a woman marrying early. They're not even telling men what life is like marrying early. There's a lot of growth within yourself, and then you have to incorporate a commitment of marriage with that. That's a lot. And then you also have the women who are telling, younger women saying, well, you need to go out and live your life. You need to experience life, this, that, and the other. And that's cool and all, but are you telling them both the good and the bad side of that? Are you saying to them, yo, you may get to 30-something and desire a husband, but you're no longer desired by the people, by those men who don't want 30-some-year-old women. They want younger women for whatever reason, And you also have to look at the whatever other negative implications there are. And I think once you have a full picture saying, okay, yeah, go out and do X, Y, and Z, but here's the good and the bad. Go out and marry young, but here's the good and the bad. Then you can make an informed decision. And I think a lot of times young people who are either just against marriage, because it seems like younger people are against marriage these days. So it's like, if you're against marriage, you have to really look at, like, why are you against it? Are you against it because you've been married and you know what comes with it? No. You're against it because you're parroting something that other people are saying when you don't even know the good and the bad. And it's really unfair for us to give this advice, but also not give fully informed advice so that people can make good decisions and fully informed decisions. So that's how this whole topic came about, is at what age should you start dating? Because honestly, you can start dating with a purpose at like 25, 26, date for 2-3 years, get married in your early 30s. Start dating with a purpose at 27, date for 3 years, you get married at 31, 32 or whatever, And I think that we should consider that, because I think that's like a middle ground for both sides of the spectrum that we always hear people talk about.
It's like your takeoff space, like a plane. It needs that time. It's like a runway to take off. So when you start dating with a purpose, you're heading towards a committed relationship.
Well, not that but that is your desired outcome. So if you meet somebody and they're not in that time and space in their lives, then you don't need to mess with them, because they don't have the goal in mind that you have.
So do you think it's okay for someone, if they're 22 and they meet someone that they're like, oh man, you're wonderful, but right now I'm not dating with a purpose. I'm not dating with the purpose of being committed over time.
What's the question?
Is that what people should say? Should we know who's dating with a purpose?
Just for dating's sake at 22?
I'll give you a perfect example. And I didn't realize that I actually did this. So like, I think I've told the story before. Like, I was dating somebody when I went to law school. He eventually broke up with me.
You saw that laugh?
He broke up with me. And then at that point, I was just kind of like, that's when my now husband, when he came to me, I was like, look, I'm not really just trying to like date to date. So either you can be on my game plan or not. Like, and it wasn't like, I wasn't like trying to be disrespectful, but it was just like, I want to be honest about where I am.
Because at that stage, you were dating with a purpose.
Yeah.
I was dating with a purpose, but I was also dating just to not waste my time. Like, I'm in law school. I got enough stress. I got enough everything else going on. I'm away from my family. I'm just trying to navigate this whole time of my life. And I didn't want to do no bullshit. And I said, pretty much, if if you're looking to date me, then we need to date with a purpose. Otherwise, we could just be cool and kick it, hang out, study together, go out to eat here and there.
Here and there.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But the thing is that but we wouldn't be dating with a purpose. So don't expect that much from me. You know, I think that's the difference. And I also wouldn't expect that much from him. But when he came around, and at first I was like, no, it's all right. You know, I was like, we're good. But he was persistent and he was, serious about it. So I was like, all right.
He was dating with a purpose.
I don't know. I think
she might have, I don't say forced him, but yeah, she turned that light switch on. I mean, that's what happens with men.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's not really something you truly think about. Like, if I like you, I like you. I'm not really thinking about, are you going to be my wife at the end of this road? Or is this just going to be for now until it doesn't work out? I mean, sometimes not everybody thinks like that. But it is, honestly, I agree with you that it is important to think like that once you get, like if you're in your mid-20s and you're dating, like sometimes it's just annoying to be dating and not really have that in mind. But honestly, I feel like people can think about that like a little earlier. Because for me, like coming out of college, like having a plan for the rest of your life, because I feel like everybody has a plan. If you're in college, like you know what you want to do with your life, and you're kind of like, even if you don't think about like your dating life, you're thinking about what your life is going to be like for, the time being, or, the next 5 years, the next 10 years. And for someone to come into your life and in your space, I feel like as early as how young are people when they graduate college?
22,
21,
22, 23,
22.
right?
I feel like those are still like good young ages to even be thinking about that. But it's also, if you are wanting to focus more on your career or what you're going to be doing with your life financially, and you do want to date just to have fun, then that should be known too, especially if you're young, because some people might be looking for the seriousness and like trying to get to the end goal, marriage and whatever. And some people are just like, I don't got time for that. So if we just going to kick it and just date for fun, we can just do that.
You're 25.
Yes, I am.
Are you dating with a purpose at this point in your life?
I'm not dating at all. So
I
feel like when I do get to dating again, yes, I definitely will be dating.
What's that purpose? Like, what's your end goal?
We gonna go together forever. We gonna go together forever. Like, I'm like, no play, not at all.
This is the thing. I think no one wants to look back, man or a woman, and be like, man, I just spent 5 years with this person for it to go absolutely nowhere. Did I learn some lessons? Did I, acquire some skills, X, Y, and Z? Yeah, you possibly benefited from it, but I think it's still hard to look back at that much time spent with one person and have nothing
to gain from it.
Nothing, that you've gained from it.
I think about that all the time, honestly, because I was such a planner. I'm like legit a planner. I plan every single thing in my life. I always thought by now that I'd have kids, like at least even one. My mom had me when she was my age. Well, I would have been like going on one at my mom's age, like back in the day.
You think you're ready for kids right now, Amanda?
I've been ready for kids. I want kids so bad. I've just never been in the situation to have them. So I just know that like whatever situation I'm... Shut up. Mandy's talking right now. I just know that like whatever situation I'm in next, it has to be one that I'm not going to play about, because I can't wait that long. I'm already 25, and I'm already feeling like, damn, time is going. I don't know if it's just women that feel like that, but I don't know. I just feel like, damn.
Is it because you're Caribbean, maybe?
I don't think so. I've never tied Caribbean, my Caribbean culture to any of it. I just feel like I'm in mid-20s now. Like just as fast as I got here, is as fast as I'm going to touch 30. And I want to know that there's something.
Do you feel at 25 you're more attracted to starting a family than attracted to partying and hanging out? Like which one, or what?
She wants both.
I love that you. I love that you think that I just party so much and my life is just
Glamorous.
all fun and games. And yes, Amanda just goes out all the time. She gets herself maked up and she's just outside all the time. I love that you think that. I love that's what it looks like. I love that that's what it looks like, you know? But no, I am very much attracted to starting a family. Like, if you ask any of my friends from since high school, I literally, they would tell me, Amanda, shut the fuck up. Because I'd be like, I wish I was pregnant. Like, I wish I had a kid. I was in high school, but I was just like, obviously I'm joking. But that's just how much I've always like adored like wanting a kid or being a mother. It's like a one goal in life that I just know that I want to accomplish.
By the way, there are women who have that natural instinct from very early on, and then there are women that comes later. There's like nothing wrong with either or. That early on, like there's women who just have a natural desire to nurture and have children, and then
But
Like your friend.
okay, ooh, calm down, Yumi.
but
I was about to say,
historically,
Yumi, we don't know what you're talking about.
But-
so-
Shade, not
if
the
we're gonna
shade.
be honest, historically,
Not the shade.
historically, it does work out when people have that urge younger.
I think.
What do you
it's
mean,
women
Alan?
Here that don't have that urge. I mean, a lot of people. I'm gonna say a couple things.
Why is he talking like
Because this is what I'm
He's pissed, like he's trying to.
voice
He's,
is
about
just
to-
real-
about to really give it to you guys.
I'm like, I'm scared because he just side-eyed me.
Not you, but it's, in general. So, well, first and foremost, a lot of men do. Right now, we have the whole narrative about like men traveling out the country to deal with women, right? And it's really because they're really kind of raised to be a wife. Like their end game is to be a wife. I feel like right now, most people are dating with experience or dating for experience, and they're not dating for a purpose. So this girl wants to experience a yacht. This guy wants to experience a bad chick. So nobody's actually being serious. And now the problem that's happening is that we're all suffering a repercussion of it. Because if I'm a guy and I decide that I want to be serious, I'm doing too much for a girl that's not. If this is a girl and she wants to be serious, she's doing too much because I could go ahead and mess with this bad chick that all I gotta do is take her to Roof Chris 2 or 3 times. So now what's happening is we're causing division because nobody's dating with purpose. I think you should never date without a purpose. In fact, whether you're 18 or 22 or 25, everything should be, with purpose. And here's a stat. It's funny because I was actually doing this research and conversation with my friend 2 days ago. About 1 out of 10 women don't know who the biological father is to their child. It's almost 10%.
What?
Yeah.
What?
This was a study. You guys can check it out. We did extensive research on this. And this was as of 2021.
The source?
New York Post actually posted it. So now you're seeing the repercussions of it. You're seeing the simple fact that there's kids that are growing up with broken homes because nobody's dating with the purpose. Most people are dating with an experience. You like her, okay, cool, she can make me feel this way, or okay, cool, I'm providing this experience for you. Now you get pregnant. Now we're bringing children into this world. Now we're separating. So when we date with a purpose from the get-go, it limits the ability of the traumatic karma that we're giving our children for our actions, the traumatic repercussions for our actions, I should say. And I don't like that. I've slept with many girls, right? But I never dated many girls. You can ask my mom, can count on one hand on how many women she's met. I don't introduce just anybody to my family. I don't introduce anybody to my mother unless I'm dating them. And if I'm dating them, I'm dating with a purpose.